I always get fascinated, Kathy, when people are saying boys are left behind. Boys are left behind. By who?
By the empowerment movement.
Who's running the empowerment movement?
All of us.
It's women.
All of us.
Who wants to empower other women?
Yeah.
Where are the men who have to empower the boy?
Yeah.
They're nowhere to be found. How many homesteads in Botswana are single-headed households that are led by women?
Yeah.
There are so many.
And this is why I was saying to someone, but I have such a heart for men right now. Because obviously let's do this, then what is she saying?
But when are we going to stand up for ourselves as men? Because we are the privileged ones. We have the power.
And you actually have so much opportunity at your fingertips as a man.
We have the power.
Yeah.
We are the ones who control the budgets.
Yeah.
We can do it for the boy child.
But I get it, for as long as nobody understands the need for it. And that's why we have these conversations, because you're talking about a hierarchy. I want to believe it comes as something of a social teaching, a social construct. Exactly. So it's not actually a real thing. And so if we decide, this is what fascinates me, because I believe we get to choose everything. So if we decide as a nation, we're going to do away with this because we understand our boy child needs a major ramp up as far as empowerment is concerned, we have the power to do that. It's one of toxic masculinity. Who perpetuates that? Welcome to Moving Humanity Forward podcast. This month is the month of May, and as such, it is Mental Health Awareness Month. It is something that is annually observed as founded by Mental Health in America way back in 1949. Now, what we've done this week is bring about a conversation to bring it home to see what it's looking like in Botswana, and also just to have a conversation about what we are experiencing as far as our mental health. We know that COVID-19 exposed a lot, and so that is the conversation that we are going to get into it. My name is Kathy Malajani. I like to tell people I'm #CuriousCath because I have so very many questions, and today my many questions are going to be answered by founder and managing director of Joe Speaks. This particular organization includes services such as counseling, mentoring, life coaching, motivational speaking, as well as social skills and training. He's also former president of the Association of Schools of Social Work in Africa. I know he's a lecturer, he wears many other hats, but we're going to focus on these two because we are looking specifically, as I've said, at mental health in Botswana. He goes by the name Kgomotso Jongman. A very good afternoon to you, Kgomotso, and welcome to Moving Humanity Forward podcast.
Thank you very much. I was waiting for your call, and finally it arrived.
And on time, I think, very much in line with the month and just the issues that we are seeing in Botswana. I think it's very fitting that we have this conversation, and I'm so glad that you are doing this as a man, because we were just talking off air about how some of these things present, especially in this country. We don't deal with situations the same. So we're looking at the fact that in Botswana, and our statistics, we want to just put it out there to say most of the time they're quite outdated and you don't have the most up-to-date statistics, but they do show that about 3.7% of Botswana actually have mental illness. We have about 2.7% of that having general mental illness, and 1% suffering from severe conditions. And this goes up to about 43,000 people in the country, which in our less than 2 million population is quite a large figure. So I think one of the first things I want to look at is just some of the common things that present in Botswana. What have you seen? What have you encountered as far as mental illness?
I think maybe let's start with trying to understand why we are where we are.
Okay.
Because it will give us now the picture of what we are seeing. So in our culture that is dynamic, we've not been able to openly talk about mental health.
Yes, it's taboo.
It's taboo, and when you take it to vernacular, it is the name itself makes it discriminatory to a point where people cannot openly talk about what they are going through. And because we have one name for everything, done. And you realize or you have sexual disorders, you have behavioral disorders, you have eating disorders, you have all these kinds of disorders, but we have put them in one basket and they are called Hotsayan. So it does not give us the opportunity to explore and understand what mental health is and what mental illness is. Because there is a difference between mental health and mental illness. So mental health is about the psychological, the social, and the emotional well-being of a human being. While mental illness, it's when all those are not taken care of and there is a breakdown. There's no equilibrium. That is when now we move now into mental illness. But mental health is not about being sick. Mental health is about the equilibrium, the balance in you.
I like that.
So that is where it all starts. We don't openly talk about mental health. We discriminate mental illness. So if we cannot easily engage in terms of mental health, then we are afraid of mental illness. So out of fear, we discriminate and we stigmatize. And then we hide those that are going through that. But because sometimes they are elderly, we cannot even hide them. And then as families, we don't want to be associated with them. That is the starting point where we are having a challenge. Then, what do we see in Botswana mostly? Depression. That is the one that is on top. We are struggling with depression. We are struggling with depression because of many things. Firstly, because we grew up in a paternal government system.
Okay.
Where government was the father and the father provides. And along the way, the father was failing to provide. And then we did not have anything to turn into because the father did not train us with any skill to take care of ourselves.
To be independent.
So we were dependent on the father. And now the father can no longer provide. There's no way we are going. We start seeing the anger. We start seeing the anxiety. We start seeing the depression. We start seeing more of schizophrenia. We start seeing more of other behavior disorders around. We see alcohol and substance abuse disorders. So these are the ones that are commonly seen in Botswana. But we are struggling more in this country with depression.
So let's talk a little bit about this depression and I wanted us to just maybe highlight men and women and see how men and women treat and present with it, right? When a woman is depressed versus when a man is depressed, who does it affect more and why?
Men, when they're depressed, they kill themselves quickly.
So we've got higher suicide rates for men than women. And that's just not in Botswana only, by the way.
We have around 700 suicides every year.
Mo Botswana?
Yeah, Botswana.
Mo Botswana?
Oh yeah, it's around 770 Mo Botswana. So you are not sure whether they were all depressed or what. But generally, when men are depressed, when they become suicidal, they actualize that.
Yeah.
When women are depressed and they are suicidal, they attempt, they don't kill themselves. Because women will use a more gentle way of trying to kill themselves. So they are mostly crying for help. While men, if they are saying they feel suicidal, in the next hour they've killed themselves. Because they use the tougher ones, the quicker ones to kill themselves. So women are doing better in terms of dealing with depression as compared to men. Ordinarily because women have a base social support as compared to men. Men usually close up and they don't talk about their issues. I was asking somebody, they came for a session, I was asking her, and then she said, my husband said, because that is another thing that people don't understand about men. Men have hierarchy. We might not talk about it, but men have hierarchy. So if you want to see it, abobona atse motho wa mme kgarebe ke motho a dumelang gore o ko tase ga gagwe ga a tshwanna gore o ka ba mo tsetse kgarebe. That is when you'll see the rage and the anger towards that, because men have certain hierarchies. So they can even say, this boy is young, cannot do any counseling on me. But with women, they will listen to a younger woman doing counseling. So there is that cushion, social support from each other. But when it comes to men, we don't have the support because we don't create the support. And I always get fascinated, Kathy, when people are saying boys are left behind. Boys are left behind. By who?
By the empowerment movement.
Who's running the empowerment movement?
All of us.
It's women.
All of us.
Who wants to empower other women?
Yeah.
Where are the men who have to empower the boy?
Yeah.
They're nowhere to be found. How many homesteads in Botswana are single-headed households that are led by women?
Yeah.
There are so many.
And this is why I was saying to someone, but I have such a heart for men right now, because obviously let's do this, then what is she saying?
But when are we going to stand up for ourselves as men? Because we are the privileged ones. We have the power.
And you actually have so much opportunity at your fingertips as a man.
We have the power.
Yeah.
We are the ones who control the budgets.
Yeah.
We can do it for the boy child.
But I get it, for as long as nobody understands the need for it. And that's why we have these conversations, because you're talking about a hierarchy. I want to believe it comes as something of a social teaching, a social construct. Exactly. So it's not actually a real thing. And so if we decide, this is what fascinates me, because I believe we get to choose everything. So if we decide as a nation, we're going to do away with this because we understand our boy child needs a major ramp up as far as empowerment is concerned, we have the power to do that. It's one of toxic masculinity. Who perpetuates that?
You know, last year I was speaking at an event organized by one of the banks, FNB. I like the concept because what they are saying is they bring all men with different everything to come and kill goats, cook, and as they are killing, they are talking to each other. They get to understand each other. Because they've never been exposed to killing the goat, to kicking the goat, and all those things. So they are doing it to bridge the gap between men. And those are the things that can help us deal with our mental health. I'll be hosting an event this coming weekend, interestingly. It's called Silent at 40. Why are we saying silent at 40? It's because men at 40 are at crossroads. They are having children who are teenagers, who are not talking to pups, because pups, it's straight. Pups also always ask, how's schoolwork? What is this, that? So they don't talk to pups, they talk to mama, because mama is soft. Mama you can manipulate, maneuver around mama, but pups is pups. And mama is going to motel, is going to church, is going to this. Pups is working very hard to provide for the family, does not have friends anymore. So match, he's alone. Hence the silence at 40, where now you don't even know where to go to. Firstly, at my age, I'm afraid to be on Gaborone roads every Friday at 3 p.m. I want to be out of the road. I'll come back on Monday. You see, that is where now, as men, we now need to have our outlets, where as other men, we need to lead the revolution to say, men, we can hang around. I was saying to other guys to say, can we have weekends where as fathers, we can come with our kids and hang around so that we can talk, we can have fun, and we go home relaxed, and we can be present fathers, we can be present husbands. Instead of concentrating only on work, can we have an outlet where we can be with our kids, we can run around with our kids? We start 5 of us, even 3. We come together, we look at our kids playing, and then from there we talk, we eat with them, we discuss how they were playing, we play football, we play netball, we play volleyball with them. That is how you fight mental health issues, because you are releasing the tension.
Yeah.
So we can start the revolution.
I definitely want to support this motion, so I'm going to be trying to get you on the other platforms that I'm on. I think that's a brilliant idea and one of the ways. But coming back to this issue, are you going to get men on board? Because one of the big challenges in Nakanya banna ga ba rate go bua, but mathata, especially ga re leba dikgang tsa mental health, you need to talk. There's no way you're going to get around whatever situation you have without speaking about it, because that's what releases the load. Kanaya?
In the past 3 years, I would say I've seen, over 200 men.
Babu.
Banna ba bua.
Okay.
Banna ba bua.
Basimotso go bua.
Banna ba bua. And because you need also to make them feel comfortable.
Yes.
And one of the things that men really are struggling with is accessing their kids.
Yes, I know that one.
It's accessing their kids.
Yes, especially when they're not married.
When
and
they are
then
not
the mother
married. Yes, it's accessing their kids, and they always talk about it.
Yes.
They also feel they are not valued. They are commodities.
Yes, especially when the issue of provision is not.
Yes.
It's like how
they are discarded.
Yes.
So they do talk. I remember I had a medical doctor, Dr. Victor, who was talking about eating habits.
Yes.
And Moseja is a dietitian.
Yes.
So he was talking about what we're supposed to eat as men and all those things. And because we were talking about things that can help them perform better, they started opening up. So you need to know your audience.
When you talk about performing better, you're talking about in the bedroom.
Yes.
Because that, in fact, is actually tied to mental health. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So this
it's so tight. It's everything about mental health.
Yeah.
Because mental health, it's about the social, it's about the emotion, it's about the psychological, it's about the cognitive, it's about the thinking.
And the physical as well, yes?
All these you see, the 4 aspects of a human being is the physical, is the mental, is the emotional, is the spiritual. So how are they interlinked? So what you think about affects how you feel. And what you feel goes to the mind, and the mind will tell how the body should feel. So when you are happy, the hormones that are going to be released are happiness hormones, and then your body relaxes. When you are angry or stressed, you are going to release stress hormones, and the body becomes stiff. And then as the body in stiff, gora gore ko pheletsong o helela o nna le stresses manifest physically.
In your shoulders,
Your shoulders, your headaches, your palpitations, and all those. So they are all interrelated. So this is why when it is wellness, you need to cover all the aspects. So when we say you are going to have a wellness event, so cover the mental. So who is there to talk about the mental and to do mental exercises? Who is there to look at the emotions and help you to be in touch with your emotions? Who is there to help you with your spiritual stuff? I'm not saying religious, I'm saying spiritual. Because we always confuse the religious and the spiritual.
Yes.
We are all spiritual beings,
but
we are not all religious. You can connect with your spirituality without being connected with your religious being, and then the physical being. But majority of the time, wellness,
physical,
and then pile, but even though there's going to be a little percentage ya gore thaloganyo maikuto di affectege because ha mmele lo ne anong o nna active o engage tse dingwe tse, but we need to stimulate all of them gore ko pheletsong a holistic health should take place.
We're continuing this conversation with Kgomotso Jongman, and as you can see, these conversations are so vital, so necessary, and so we want to make sure that you don't miss them, especially if you're a man going through some of these. Our statistics do show that about 40% of women are affected in Botswana and 52% are men. And given the fact that we know men don't talk, I want to believe the statistics are actually higher. But we will continue in just a bit, but for now we want to send a huge shout out to Pie Time. They've got a manager special where any jumbo pie plus a 300 milliliter fizzy drink will cost you only 28 bula, and they did actually put us on for lunch, so we want to send a huge shout out to them. And also their hot combo where you get any jumbo pie and fresh chips, as well as that 300 milliliter fizzy drink will cost you 35 bula only. Do not go anywhere. Let's continue in just a bit. This is Moving Humanity Forward podcast. Welcome back to Moving Humanity Forward podcast. My name is Kathy Malajani, and we are speaking about mental health, given that May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I've got somebody who I believe is very, very qualified. Let's just stick to the fact that he is founder and managing director of Joe Speaks. Let's stick with that one. He does wear many hats, but I think that one is the one most relevant to talk to us about the issues at hand today. Kgomotso Jongman is his name. We have spoken quite a number of times before, so I was happy to get you because I know I'm throwing anything at you to say, what should we do? We've identified some of the issues we have. You've said a couple of things that I think I want us to really sometimes women handle it better because 1, 2, 3. But let's start off with, if I'm the one suffering with whatever issues, you've differentiated what there's mental health and then there's mental illness. So let's agree we all need to take care of ourselves in that way. What are some of the things we must make sure that we pay attention to? It doesn't have to be every day or every week, but at least at some point, what are they?
First thing, self-care. Self-care.
Yeah.
We never choose ourselves.
Yeah.
We are preoccupied with making everybody happy around us, and we never choose ourselves. Yes, we don't.
I disagree with that because I think men don't understand the need for it. So when a man has time, energy, resources, he'll go drinking. And he's not stopping to say, but what do I actually need?
And at the drinking, we to meet Sababa.
Really?
Ha tsena ko rekela mongwe le mongwe ga se re concentrate mo go ene hela. We don't choose ourselves.
Okay.
We don't take care of ourselves. So going to your point ke gore we need to stop and say, let me take care of myself. Let me stop and take care of myself. We work so hard.
I want you to actually buttress why that's important. I spent about 3 weeks on radio. I do a show on Sunday evenings, and we were talking about self-care. This is important because this. So I want you as a man to do that, because but you realize self-care goes so much deeper than that. So take it for a man. What does that mean?
Self-care, Kathy, I'm going to give you a scenario. You work very hard. You are stressed, but you keep on pushing to a point where the body cannot take it anymore. You break down. When you break down, you die. The following day, there is somebody who is acting.
Replacing you at your work.
There is somebody who is acting. After your burial, there is somebody who's been given the post. And then we talk about you in a week or two, and then we forget about you.
Yeah.
We move on with life.
Yeah.
So why should we do it? To protect ourselves.
Okay.
We have only one body. And if we kill this body, it cannot be replaced. The most painful thing is when you wear off to a point of disability, where now you see things happening. So it is important to take time out. It is important to take vacations. You know, when you say vacations, people are thinking too expensive. No, you can just go to Mokolodi, you can just go to Mokobani, spend time there with yourself, with your family. So you can every morning do a routine. You walk for about 1 kilometer, come back to 1 kilometer, that is 2 kilometers, more fluids, water, and we should do away with fizzy drinks. They kill us. We do away with sugar.
And energy drinks as well.
And energy drinks is magui. So we should do away with those. So taking care of yourself means you can meditate, you can walk, train, you can have meaningful conversations with people, you can have your coffee. If you like your coffee alone, looking through the window, taking time with yourself. So the most important thing about taking care of yourself is being with yourself, having conversations with yourself. Because we have around 60 to 80,000 thoughts every day. And out of those, 97% of them are repetitive. So you have 3% thoughts every day. And the person that you converse with most of the time, it's yourself.
Yes.
So what are you telling yourself every day? Self-care starts with what you tell yourself every day. Because most of the time, when we bury ourselves in our jobs, when we bury ourselves in alcohol, when we bury ourselves in drugs, when we bury ourselves in women, it is because we feel inadequate. So what are you telling yourself? What do you know about yourself? Are you even aware of what you are doing? Because self-awareness is the key to taking care of yourself. Be aware of who you are. Be aware of your environment. And then that is when you'll be able to say, I need to stop. I need to take time out. I need to walk. I need to drink water when I want to drink water. If the resources permits, I need to go out. You know, Kathy, one thing that makes me happy and refreshed,
just to sit and watch.
You know, when I fly, the moment I get to dopamine is deep. I have 16 publications. 70 to 80% of all my publications were written more airport.
Wow.
Because that is where
That's your happy place.
That is my happy place. And when I say I take care of myself, when I say this is what refreshes me, it's going to Wartambo. Going to Wartambo and going to Tsedigo content. It's a bonus. By the time I get there, I'm already lighter.
You're flowing.
So how do we take care of ourselves? Let us identify what makes us happy.
Yeah.
Let us identify what makes us happy but does not hurt us.
Yes.
Because sometimes we think when we drink a lot,
Yes.
we are making ourselves happy, but we are hating ourselves in the long run. So self-care is everything.
So number 1 is self-care.
Self-care.
What's number 2?
That is number 1. Self-care is in the second one, which is still falls under self-care, it's always go consult.
And that's a big one, by the way, for
consult.
men in Botswana, because I remember at the height of the AIDS pandemic, one of the issues that actually came about was typically in Botswana, a man does not want to go and get tested. He will say to his partner, go get tested, and so that is a big deal, and I'm realizing it's not just in Botswana, but it just looks like it's our
men.
African.
No, it's men.
Really, it's not
It's
like
men.
it's black.
It's just men.
I thought it was
You see,
my brothers.
men don't have high tolerance. Especially by ileko I have the
same problem.
And then they will
I have
leave.
the same problem. But if you go to private doctors and hospitals, you can get better help. You can have an appointment that's set at that time.
And then I was at Julia Molefe last week Tuesday, and there were men. They were fighting because the doctor was taking time.
Yeah.
They were fighting,
Yeah.
and others left
Yeah.
before even they could see a doctor. We don't have that tolerance. But
it needs to come out of somewhere.
Especially tsa bongaka.
Yeah.
Because men can be patient. And
so it comes down to men in a way don't value their health.
Yeah,
and this is where we need you to speak to that, to say, your health is your wealth, honestly. So
and Kathy, you remember the first time you saw me, I was like 138 kg.
yes.
And then,
you've lost so much weight in that time, and that's been an intentional journey. I've watched you document that on social media.
And one of the things that made me to lose weight was I want to eat my money and see me eating my money.
I love that. How you must and you're not even enjoying the money that you. Do you know what I mean? Or now you die and then your kids are now spending your money. Like, take care of yourself. Hey, I like that. Take care of yourself.
So if you want to enjoy your money, take care of yourself.
So we're going to run out of time, so I want us to talk some of the basics. It's self-care. It's making sure that your health is on point. Go for those consultations, right?
Go for consultations.
So all of that under self-care. Now, when you identify that there's an issue, then what? Because I think that's, again, another big difference. Women, we're going to talk to our friends. 1, 2, 3, and something is happening. Men will never, and I want to bring back something you said, because especially the sexual health has a large part. And there's a show that I used to do called The Purple Playroom, where we realized men never actually talk serious sexual issues with their friends. Very much not the same with women. When a man has an issue, he's not telling anyone. And in fact, that could then turn out to be the issue where there's mental health issues.
So this is why consult. Because you don't want to talk to your friends, because you don't want to be seen as weak. Go talk to a professional who will keep it confidential.
Yeah.
If you are doubtful of something, go talk to a professional. Kathy, I've been seeing this towards the end of last year and beginning of this year.
Yeah.
I've been having older men coming for counseling. And we are dealing with the issues 1993. Tsa sa leng ka ba di ba ke gone di simolotseng a simolla go bona gore o na le the palpitation.
Wow.
We tell a lot the palpitation it's a like di kgatello ka 2003 o ntse a sa itse gore a reng ka tsone.
Yeah.
So ga se sepe, it is not physical, it's not physiological, it is psychological and emotional. So gona ana ke ntse ke bona borre ba batona ba le bantsi, we sit, we talk, and then we help each other along the way. You know, and the one thing about older men is that they will always tell you, wow. They always give feedback. That is one thing about older men. They always give you feedback. La ba sa rata seng o no bua le bone abi wena ka gore language ya ga o le ka go ntsha from the English to Setswana and it did not come out well.
Proper, yeah.
Yeah, they will not tell you there. Ha ta mo sessioneng o taba dare maloba go ha ka nti no bata go re. And then o le kwa mo tlhalosetsa bare ine sa ntshwara sente kana go hard wa bona. So they always give feedback. So younger men also give your doctors feedback. So I went to see a doctor and then the doctor was not there. There was a younger doctor. We had a conversation about a lot of things, and then I gave the doctor feedback, or your doctor, the younger doctor that you had there was very good. We talked about this and that, and he was happy because he left it more diatenza motho yo mongwe asa itse gore o deala ya le di-clients tsa gago, and giving him feedback also gave him confidence on the doctor and also gave confidence on the younger doctor. Oh, okay, I'm doing something right. So let us go, let us give feedback. Let us be us and let us help each other along this journey.
I think the last thing I want you to do is speak to stigma and support, because men a lot of the time don't ask for help, and I wish there was a way we could say to you, don't just wake up and whatever issue you have, it's stressing you, decide to take your life. Seek the help first before you do that. But I want us to speak a little bit to stigma and also to support. As a man, how should you respond when your friend actually has the courage to come to you and say, Joe, I have problems 1, 2, 3, whatever, erectile dysfunction, or I feel like I'm depressed, whatever. Because I also believe that the way that men respond to other men, that also perpetuates the problem, because and I'm not going to go to a doctor if my friend is telling me I'm crazy. So speak to that. Say, how should we be addressing some of these issues?
It's not a laughing matter, even though I laugh. And we don't know how to respond to each other.
Yeah, because I think...
And sometimes we get shocked. Because your friend will this and that. You get shocked.
Yeah.
We put our head.
Yeah.
Guys, I always say this, Kathy. When your friend has lost a partner, a child, a parent, when you go there, don't say anything.
Okay.
They only need your presence. They don't need your opinion.
Okay.
If they want you to say something, they will lead you.
Okay.
Just be there.
Should that apply to us as well? Women supporting our male friends? Okay.
You sometimes the people need your support.
Yeah. And
not what you say.
Okay.
Just be there. Just be present.
Okay.
So when somebody is saying something that you cannot deal with, but can you try see a therapist? Can you try see a doctor? I don't think I can manage, but I know you can get help somewhere. I can support you. You see, just telling somebody that I'm here, I can support you, I'm with you, bro. Let's fight this together.
Yeah.
That gives them the courage. So let us not ridicule. Let us not stigmatize. Let us be there. Just say, dude, you know what? I don't know what to say, but I'm here.
Yeah.
It's enough, because you are not an expert. It's enough. I'm here, bro. Let's walk together. And when you become vulnerable, now you are vulnerable, you are together vulnerable, and you can get help, the both of you.
I like that. Kgomotso, unfortunately, we've run out of time. I'd like you to share details so that if somebody wants to be part of your event this weekend, or they'd like to get help, they want to be part of the movement. I want to be part of this men's movement, because I get to meet so many men that I'm just like, we can do better as a nation for our young boys and our men, the men in our country. So Where do they find you? Where do they get a hold of you? Where's this event going down?
Well, to start with, the event is going to be at JS Farm, called Mankodi. All our events mostly are at our farm in Mankodi, but you can get hold of us on 76714834, kana 72361598.
Are you on social media?
On social media is Joe Speaks. Joe Speaks ke J-O Speaks wa go bua di tshwaragane. Our Joe doesn't have E. It's Joe yo a J-O fela. A tshwara Speaks wa teng o tshwaragane. Or you can go to our podcast. It's called A Chat with Dr. Joe. We discuss all these issues. A Chat with Dr. Joe. Joe wa teng ke J-Z-O. The Z is silent, but it's there. It's J-Z-O. A Chat with Dr. Joe. That is where you can find our conversations. Actually, the one that it's up now, I was interviewing Victor Batwi, talking about how Batswana understands the economy.
And money will be a large part of our mental health issues any day.
Yep.
But for now, thank you so much for your time, Kgomotso. I absolutely wish you all the best for the event. And even going forward, I do plan to engage you more because we need help. Our men need help. They are the leaders of this nation. And the more we see the issues come about, we need to look at the state of the men in our nation. And I think you're doing a great job, and we definitely want to support you along the way.
Thank you very much.
And that's how we close off this edition of Moving Humanity Forward podcast. Find us by typing that on LinkedIn, on YouTube, as well as on TikTok. And then if you want to find us on Facebook, MHF Podcast is how you find us. My name is Kathy Malajani. We'll see you next week.